You like my fancy computer eyelashes? I'm just thinking real hard about things. You know, I think a lot of people are stressed out and scared right now, and I think that's reasonable. It's like before the pandemic, life was like normal, and then the pandemic happened, and now life sucks. There is a reason for that. I don't feel like I'm always the best at voicing myself, so I'm trying to get this book written. I got a lot I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get all my socials set up in case they ban TikTok. So I'm working on trying to like get my YouTube organized and like making friends on all kinds of different platforms, freaking everywhere. This shouldn't be happening. And I'm gonna be honest. We only have a few days left on this app if they are gonna ban it. So I honestly kind of think the reason why they even tried to sneak that one past us was because I freaking yelled at the Texas governor on here for trafficking with the whole thing about putting the migrants on the buses. I saw what they did. And I've been writing this whole book for like 2 motherfucking years, and I'm still going. And I got evidence that several somebodies have been committing financial crimes through our governmental body. But I don't want that information getting perverted, so I'm not releasing it. And other than that, our federal government ought to know about this. So I also want to see what they're going to do. Because they already know. They should already know these things. And on top of that, I've been calling every so often about it. So if they fail to act, that is just a lack of benevolence. Elect a criminal, and what you're going to see is criminal activity. That is my opinion. You guys got to remember, Trump was in office when this whole pandemic thing started, and that created a great opportunity for people who want to engage in financial crimes. Other than that, I mean, I am a college-educated woman, and right now I'm doing all this work on, like, what is ethics? And what is happening in the world? What is the cause of our problems? And it's wealth inequality. Okay? We got people slashing, burning the rainforest, the Earth's lungs. I was watching a documentary by 60 Minutes, in the process of doing all this writing. I'm doing a lot of educating of myself. In the process of doing all this writing, trying to solve my own problems, which apparently my problems is that there's a criminal element trying to overthrow the government. Women are experiencing acts of violence right now, so I take this shit pretty seriously, and that's way too much for one person to be trying to deal with. I got somebody in my life. But anyways, I'm over here on Blue Sky, and I got all these people in my DMs, and I'm trying to respond to this slew of messages that I got right now, and people are being very friendly, and I'm very happy about that. But another thing that I'm noticing is a handful of people from Africa and particularly Ghana. But I think I can do a good enough job recognizing, a fake account, a scammer account, somebody running a scam versus a real person. And sometimes when people are trying to raise funds, they don't always know how to go about it. And I just watched a documentary on what's going on with like the slave trade with the chocolate industry, and it's happening in a lot of industries. And this is what our corporations are doing, okay? I've been going to college for business. The corporations in the United States, and I'm assuming something very similar is going on in China, because we're seeing the largest wealth imbalance in the globe ever right now. And what's happening is these billionaires are perverting the systems of law across the world to get away with what they're doing. They are looking for places where they can find legal loopholes, and they're taking advantage of it. They're looking for places where governments are easily corruptible, and they're taking advantage of it. And if we want to fix this problem, that is what we need to stop. But at the same time, like places that they're desperate for income are also more likely to be willing to be taken advantage of by these people for little scraps. And that's exactly what we need to stop. And I'm going to be honest, if the United States is not going to fix itself, then the best option for these nations across the world would be to band together and stop doing trade with these two countries, China and America. because they're the ones that are doing this. And I was watching this documentary on 60 Minutes. You give people enough money to survive, they stop slashing and burning the rainforest. Okay? I don't know what country it was that was in that documentary about chocolate I was watching the other night, but 90% of their forest is gone. Because people are desperate trying to find money. So if there's a place where people are in need very badly right now, it's Africa and Gaza, Palestine, and Syria. And I think this whole thing of tormenting Muslim people is just ridiculous and needs to stop. I don't have the answers, but it's really hard looking at all these messages, because I know that these people are trying to get help so they can take care of their families. Like, it looks like spam. It's annoying. But these are not automated messages, because if, like I got a handful of people from Ghana, well, I'm looking to see what's going on, and these are all real people that I'm talking to. I just gotta tell them, look, dude, I'm screwed right now. I can't help you. But that is part of our problem. That is the problem of our time. And so it's kind of getting under my skin a lot, because I take all this personally, what's going on with the people and myself. We need to be trying to find ways to make things better. And I've been looking at a lot of maps and a lot of data, so it's probably bothering me more so than it would otherwise. Because I know the truth. I know exactly what's going on with these people that are messaging me and shit, but I can't do shit. I'm not in a position to do anything. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. It's not just the United States. It's also China, like the most billionaires. So, as an American, since I live here, I believe I see that we have the potential to fix it for here. That comes with risk, though, because this is also happening in China. We have a global problem right now that we are all trying to deal with, I think. That needs to be dealt with, quite frankly. Because the planet Earth is experiencing the largest mass extinction event since the dinosaurs. So, yeah, it's bothering me. I felt like I needed to say something. Other than that, right now, with the state of affairs in the United States right now, this is like a pre-war state. As somebody who's a human rights activist that keeps an eye on these things, I'm just letting you know I'm not trying to scare anybody. But these behaviors, these things that I've been doing, which I think we all know who is orchestrating it, I think it's pretty freaking obvious. These are destabilizing events. And if it continues to get worse, what we're looking at is what may be attempts to destabilize. And typically if that happens, war then proceeds afterwards. So, I don't know. I am so frustrated that I have to sit here and pile drive on the computer. But I think the reason why they felt like they needed to try to head it off and shut off TikTok was because they planned on running their whole campaign and the whole presidency, apparently, because they're still talking about immigration when they're the ones that created the immigration crisis. Donald Trump called and had a bill to protect the border canceled, interfering with a separate president's affairs in a way that he should not have been, to manufacture a crisis. I am so mad, y'all. And they're still running their mouths, trying to pretend that they didn't do that. I got so much evidence on that. Nah, dude. These people need to get their shit straight, man.